It is for me, sister. Look, I ain't in this for your revolution, and I'm not in it for you, princess. I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are with part 2 of issue 99. We've got some parts we need to get put on. So we haven't broke out the parts that came with this because we had other stuff to do last time. So let's go ahead and get these ones broke out and see what all kinds of shenanigans we can get into. Considering who I am, there's going to be lots of shenanigans. You may not see all of it, though. All right, we're going to set those off to the side because I already know that those are going to be coming up soon. All of these are going to be off to the side because those are going to be done shortly. What we're worried about are these right here. So, time to do the obligatory chop chop. Ooh, pulled the handle right off. Okay, I'm going to get started on this, chop these all out, and clean them up, and then we'll go from there. Well, there we go. We got all the parts done up here. So what I'm going to do, still got some dust on here. I'm going to go ahead and go wash these so that way we can get them prepped for getting glued on, and then we will go from there. I don't know exactly what the next step is, but I'm assuming if I'll double check to make sure that's all the parts that are going to be glued onto this part here, this rear section. And if it is, this is going to get painted. So we'll get this all painted up with the base color so we can then paint these back in and kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and get that stuff washed up so we can get them glued onto here. See you back here in a few. Okay, welcome back. We have all of our parts washed and dried. Let's go ahead and move on. So we're going to do this part first. Like all these other ones, is going to go right there. I do believe that's everything. I have no more parts here. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure, is obviously we have to put all of these on, but I will paint these first because they have some detail painting to be done. Let's just look ahead to the future and check with issue 100. Don't tell anybody I'm showing you guys this ahead of time, okay? First of all, this has got to be the biggest issue they've ever had. Your next parts is the key fob. Completing the custom painting. All right, so now finishing the plant on details. All of these parts are parts that come with either um, they're like all pieces that I've got sitting around. So trying to find them all will be quite the challenge. And luckily, it tells you what issues they came with. So and the sprues. See if you guys can see this. You can just make that out. It says issue 99. So all of the sprues tell you what issue it came with. So theoretically, I should be able to find it. Let's just have a look here. Make sure none of these parts. You know, the bad part is I went and painted like all of this, and there's parts that get glued on there. So my silly butt has to go back and fix all that. No parts on the back. All right, good. So what that means is we are free and clear to let me just put this away so it doesn't put that back in the little storage container. So we're free and clear to get this painted. I'm going to let this make sure all the paint's dry before I do any priming or anything like that. Let me show you some pictures of all of these pieces, and these are going to show all of these pieces here. And what I want to make sure is on the bottom there was one that was shorter than the others, and I'm just going to check to make sure that that was not true for the top. I don't think it is, but although some of these have much bigger, but they're all the same, I think. Like, look how big that hole is. Like, how am I going to glue that on there? It feels like a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away since I did this to the bottom part. A long time ago. Alright, so they're all the same size. Just double checking here. So that makes my life easy. So we can just go through and prime all those and all of that kind of stuff. So we will get that done off camera and be able to go from there. So let's go ahead and see what else we got here. So now we've got these parts. So let's go ahead and get these parts put on, and we can finish that section off as well. All right. Snip, snip time. Alright, we'll go wash these up and start the glue up. Well, I kind of screwed up because I threw away that glue before I should have. So that was kind of stupid, but we'll get it figured out. So with this piece, this part that hangs down, that needs to go to the front. Initially, I thought that was something I just should have cut off, but I had to look to make sure when I was sanding it that I didn't cut it off or sand it off. And that goes like that. That profile kind of reminds me of Slave 1. It's kind of funny. I think this is like part of a tank tread, or a tank. So this would be the part that comes over the treads, and this is the side. Probably like a Tiger or something, I don't know. It's not a Sherman, I can tell you that. It's interesting. These ones, the holes went all the way through. This one, it didn't. Odd to me. And they're in a slightly different position. So this one is lower down than this one. Strange. Okay, so I am going to go glue these. I'm going to go paint these. I'll get these parts painted as well. Yeah, okay, so these parts, just looking here to figure out where these parts go. So these little triangular pieces, they're going to go right here. Oops. So one goes right there, and you can see it there. So it kind of hides some of the piping. And this one will go right there. So it'll look like that. So they go on either side of the center part of the mandible. One on each mandible. So that's interesting. And yeah. And then this piece here will go right there. I am not sure where this piece goes. Number 5. Oh, number 5. Almost missed it. Number 5 goes on here. Yeah. So it goes, if I hold this up, it's going to go like that. I think. Trying to find which one it is. Yeah, pretty sure it goes like that. Okay, let's get that glued on real quick. Can't believe I almost missed that. Just making sure it stays parallel here. And it is. All right. So we'll get these primed up and painted. All these primed up and painted. And I'm going to do all of that off camera because I'm not going to be attaching any of these parts yet because these parts specifically I won't attach until I put the top and attach it to the bottom, which I'm not going to do yet because I'm going to wait to do that part when after I do a lot of the weathering and that kind of stuff. I want to make sure I get all that weathering done. Because I feel like it's going to be easier to do with those separate. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to take them all in sections. So I'm going to say that is the end of this part. In the next part, we will work on getting all of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and number all of these in a specific order so that way when I paint some of these gray, I know which one it goes to. And the order that we're going to go in is going to be 1 through whatever it is, 13 or something like that. So, all right. Well, thank you all for watching, and may the force be with you always.